A wealthy young man inherited a luxurious house and a large fortune after his father passed away. Next to his mansion stood a small, humble house where a poor man lived with his daughter. Whenever the rich young man saw the poor neighbor, he insulted him and said, "People like you shouldn't live near the rich." The poor man would simply reply calmly, "Son, money can change, but character is what stays." The young man spent his nights throwing loud parties, drinking with friends until morning. One night, the music was extremely loud, and the poor man's daughter was trying to study for a very important exam that could help her achieve her dream of becoming a doctor. Unable to focus, the poor man knocked on the rich neighbor's door and politely asked him to lower the music. But the young man exploded at him and almost attacked him, if not for one of his friends pulling him back. "Get out of here, poor man. You don't tell us what to do," he shouted. The poor man left, saddened but not angry. Days later, the young man's company went bankrupt. Debts destroyed his wealth, his friends abandoned him, and he was kicked out of his home. With no money and no one to help him, he ended up sleeping in the street. One cold night, the poor man looked out his window and spotted the young man lying on the ground, shivering and starving. He called his daughter and said, "Isn't that our old neighbor?" She looked and said, "Yes, that's him." Without hesitation, the poor man rushed outside, helped him up, and brought him into his home. They gave him food and water, but the young man had a high fever from sleeping in the freezing cold. The daughter, now a doctor, treated him until he recovered. The young man was shocked. "Why? Why would you help me after everything I did to you?" The poor man smiled gently and said, "Because forgiveness heals more than revenge ever will." This moment changed the young man's heart. He decided to rebuild his life with honesty and gratitude. He had a natural talent for e-commerce, so he started from zero. The poor man gave him $500, the only money he had at the time. The young man worked day and night until he turned that $500 into millions. He became rich again, but this time with humility. He helped the poor, paid for medical treatments, and supported families in need, and he never forgot the man and daughter who saved him. One day, he asked for the father's blessing to marry his daughter, and she happily agreed. They moved into the young man's new home, and the father lived with them as a respected member of the family.